Welcome back. Now, we're going to get started on React and learning React and building a project around React in the upcoming videos. But I do want to mention one thing. That is, at the end of the videos, we're going to build a project, a RoboFriends project, and we're going to put it up on GitHub. Now, you don't need to worry about all the files that are in here, but you will notice that there's a package.json file. And this package.json file, we've seen before, has some dependencies with some versions of libraries and tools that we use. And we've talked about this before, right? This is what NPM allows us to use this package.json file. But I want you to pay attention, because when you start doing the project and we install React, your versions are going to be different. For example, the version we're using for React is 16.2, which is actually outdated. Because a library is constantly evolving, new fixes are being made, new features are being added, new security issues are being solved or fixed. So this number is constantly increasing. Now, when you watch the videos and you follow along, you'll have the latest version of React. And your projects are going to work, no problem. But at the end of that section, when we build everything, I'm actually going to go back and upgrade and show you how I would do an upgrade so that we keep our projects as up to date as possible. Now, why would we care about that? Well, if I go to my RoboFriends project, which I'll link to when we finish our React project, if we go to security here, you'll see that I have 0 opened alerts, but there's 24 closed ones that I actually closed myself. And if I scroll through, it shows me how many security issues I have in this project. You see, one of them is high severity. One is critical severity. That's not good, right? And sometimes when you look through GitHub repositories, you might see a warning like this. Hey, we found some potential security vulnerabilities in your dependencies. That is, in my package.json file, I have some libraries that I've downloaded or that I'm using in my project that are now outdated, that I should upgrade because there's been some security updates. Now, if I click on something like handlebars, you'll see that, we need to upgrade handlebars to this version or later. So essentially update it like this to fix an issue. Now, GitHub is nice enough to actually do automated security fixes. So if I click on this, it'll actually make a pull request to my project to update these things. But we're going to save that until the end of the project so that you can actually see how the project is set up and how we can keep projects up to date and also secure. So don't worry if this lesson is a little confusing. We're going to come back to it. I just want to prepare you that when we build our project with React, we're going to be upgrading a bunch of the things later on at the end of the project just to show you that process. Now, the last thing I want to mention is this idea of the semver, which we talked about, which is the versions of packages. You see over here that I have the Lodash package, and I'll link to this resource that you can play around with. Let's say I wanted to download handlebars, like we see over here. So if I wanted to check out handlebars, I see the handlebars package, all the versions that it has. Now, if I go to the handlebars vulnerability, it tells me that I should upgrade handlebars to this version or later because there's some security issues with the older version. Well, I can just copy this version, and if I go over here and enter the range, it shows me exactly which packages I should be downloading or have in handlebars. Now you see here that I have different symbols that we haven't seen before. And if I go down, it actually tells me that it specifies a range of stable versions. So this just means, hey, download anything greater or equal to version 4.0.14. If I do the caret symbol, which we've seen before, and I hit enter, I get the same thing. But if I change this to, let's say, version 1, I see that with the caret, I get all the versions that are within version 1. But if I change this to greater than or equal to, you see that I get versions 1 and above. So I'll leave this resource for you to explore. Again, it's something we don't have to worry about too much right now. But I want to prepare you to start thinking about these things, because when I first got it started, nobody told me about this idea of updating packages. How do you update them? Why do we update them? But this is a good practice that we will encounter. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.